Many blessings. My name is Dr. Cesar. It's an honor to be here with you. I'm coming from Oakland, California and Homies Empowerment. And I know these are some difficult times right now where a lot of us are home and disconnected from school. What I wanted to do is to offer a story time. And although sometimes we think story time is just for little kids, I think story time could be for anybody of all ages. Today's story is called Peace, Bugs, and Understanding, an Adventure in Sibling Harmony by Gail Silver and Youme Nguyen Ly. Let's take a look at this story. Lily was having a picnic with her father and her little sister, Ruby, but it wasn't much fun. Ruby was lying on the checkerboard. "Get off, Ruby," Lily said and pushed her sister. "Hey, take it easy," said her father. He scooped Ruby into his arms. Lily kept her head down and cleaned up the pieces, some of which were pennies and nickels, because Ruby had lost the checkers. Then she folded the board back into its box, which was more flat than box shaped because Ruby had been sitting on it. Can you imagine? That must be really frustrating. "It's not fair," Lily thought. "Ruby ruins everything, and she gets all the attention." Have you ever felt that way? Lily looked around for something fun to do, but there wasn't anything. She folded her arms and looked over her shoulder at her sister. Sometimes Lily wished Ruby would just disappear. That's heavy. "Did you see this?" said her father. He slid a book from the stack in the picnic basket and handed it to Lily. "It looks like a journal," Lily said, flipping through its pages. "But with drawings." "It's a journal," said her father. "It was my grandfather's." Lily stopped at a sketch of a boy on a bicycle. In the background was a lily pond. And at the top of the page in faded pencil was the date June 4, 1923. That's that beautiful drawing. And then here begins Grandpa's journal. Let's see what it says. "Wow, that was a long time ago," Lily thought. She settled down on the picnic blanket and began to read. June 4, 1923. Today started out like any other day. It was warm and damp from the morning rain, and I was in my secret hideout, counting crickets. That's when my sister barged in. "Get out, Cam," I said. "You can't be here." "Yes, I can," she insisted. "No, you can't," I shouted. "Go away." "Mama," Cam yelled, running toward the house. I already knew how this would turn out. "Lang," my mother called, "let your sister play with you." "But Mama, it's my..." "Let her in, Lang." "It's not fair," I shouted. "She always gets..." I said, "Let her in now." Cam ran back in, kicking dirt and soot all over my fort. The crickets jumped out and I did too. I ran to the end of the yard to my bicycle and rode away from home. The road through the village was muddy, and each time I saw a puddle, I made sure to ride through it. Standing up on the pedals, I soared past the town, past the people. Whoosh went the world. The further I rode, the taller the grass grew. Soon it was taller than I was, and it was filled with the chirping of crickets and frogs. The mud was thick, and I was tired and hot, but I pushed and pedaled until I made it to the end of the path, to a pond covered with... Let's see. "Water lilies," Lily whispered. At the pond's edge, I used a stick to poke at a water lily and its tangled roots. I was hoping to find a frog or turtle or something, but all that was there was my own face. What? Flushed and mud splattered, staring back at me from the water. What do you think is happening? Nothing's going right today, I grumbled and threw my stick at my own reflection. Ouch, someone said. I jumped back and looked around the pond. Who said that? I called out. Who's there? It's me, of course, said the voice. Over here. What do you think is happening? You might be right. Perched on top of the lily pad was a strange-looking frog-like creature. Who are you? I asked. And where did you come from? You should know. You woke me. I didn't mean to wake anybody, I said. That's what they all say. I didn't mean to. Anger. I couldn't help it. Anger. It wasn't my fault. Anger. Blah, 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 blah. Wait a minute. You're my anger? Who else would I be? Anger said, and brushed some pondweed from his slick skin. I looked carefully at the creature, at his bulging eyes, kind of like this. Whoa. His dark green skin and his wet fingers and toes. Here, he said to me, and extended the stick across the water. Can you give me a hand? Would you give a hand to your anger? I was sort of hoping to be alone, I told him. But we are alone, said Anger. No, I meant alone. You know what I'm saying? Can't you just go back to wherever you came from? I wish I could. But see, it's not up to me, said Anger. Now grab hold, would you? I took the other end of the stick, and as I pulled it toward me, Anger leapt through the air, across the water, and landed right in my arms. Anger is here with me. I think you're going to have to take care of me for a little while, Anger said. I don't want to take care of anyone, I told him. Trying to push Anger away. I tried to shake him off, but it was no use. He wouldn't let go. The more I ignored him, the more of a nuisance he became. What is nuisance? Yeah, kind of someone annoying, right? Anger, I finally said. You're getting heavy, and I don't feel so good. There must be something that I can do to get you off my back. That's right. Anger loosened his grip around my shoulders and slid to his feet. Now that you mention it, there is something you can do. Check this out. Why didn't you tell me before? You weren't ready before. Well, I'm ready now. Okay, said Anger, but you might not like it. I'll like it, I promise. Just tell me. What is it? What do I have to do? Anger plopped to the ground and crossed his legs. If you want me to go away, he said, you have to find Metta. Who's Metta? I asked. Metta's not a who, Anger said, scratching his ear. I shielded the sun from my eyes and scanned the pond the way a sea captain would scan the sea. But I didn't know what I was looking for, and a bug almost flew into my eye. Bing! Another one zigzagged in front of us. There seemed to be all kinds of pests out today, Anger said. Tell me about it. They won't leave me alone. A bug flew over my head, and I flapped my arms, trying to shoo it away. Go away! Get out of here! I yelled. I can help, Anger said, and he snatched up the bug with a quick swoop of his hand. You shouldn't do that, I told him. Why not? Anger asked. I thought it wasn't bugging you. Ba-dum-bum-chang. Yeah, but you might hurt it. So Anger shrugged. It's just a bug. Then you see some images without words. Thank you for sticking around. I appreciate you. You have a power. You're able to listen. Then you see more images. I wonder what's happening between this young person and anger. All that for a stupid bug, Anger said, shaking his head. I'm sorry for the bad word, y'all. Send the book. I closed my eyes and I tried to rest, but Anger was chomping on a piece of lemongrass and hiccuping loudly in between bites. Can you be quiet? I asked him. Sometimes we want our own anger to be quiet. Ooh, that's deep. I don't know, he said. Can you? I sighed and leaned back. This is that moment where we're going to lean back. My clothes were wet and my sandals were squishy, but the sun was warm against my skin and I liked that. It's sort of nice here, I whispered. Look at all the butterflies. I don't care much for butterflies, said Anger. I think Anger's tripping. I liked them, I said, and in the quiet of the afternoon, I watched them fly around the pond. The air smelled like pineapple, and all I could hear was the sound of my breath moving in and slowly back out. Cam likes them too, I said. Anger yawned. He stretched his long legs out in front of him and, resting his head on a rock, he closed his eyes. I kicked off my shoes and let my feet, ooh, a slip there, and let my feet disappear in the grass. I didn't know what else to do, so I just kept breathing in and breathing out. Would you go ahead and take a deep breath in? Hold it. Breathe out. Thinking about butterflies and bugs, breathing in and breathing out. And things were smaller than me. Breathing in, breathing out. And how I didn't want Anger to hurt them. I waited for Anger to say something, but he just breathed alongside me, in and out, his hands folded on his belly, a yellow butterfly on his toe. Cam, would you like that butterfly? I said softly. Yellow's her favorite color. What do you think is happening to Anger? What is Anger doing? Breathing in, breathing out. May Cam be happy, I thought. Breathing in, breathing out. May Cam be safe. By the way, if you want to breathe in and breathe out with me, go for it. Breathing in, breathing out. May Cam be strong. Breathing in, breathing out. May Cam live with peace. I wonder what she's been doing while I've been gone. Breathing in, breathing out. She better not be in my clubhouse. Breathing in, breathing out. It's probably getting late. I have a long way home. Breathing in, breathing out. May I be happy. May I be safe. May I be strong. May I live with peace. Wow, that was beautiful. I tried to feel each of these things, but mostly what I felt was that everything would be okay. You know, with these times that are happening, everything's gonna be okay. The truth was that Cam wasn't so bad, and when she wasn't bugging me, I didn't mind being nice to her. May we all be happy. May we all be safe. May we all be strong. May we all live with peace. I should come back here with Cam, I thought, and breathing in and breathing out. I slowly opened my eyes. and anger was gone. Listen, my anger is gone. Your anger could be gone. On the rock where he had been was a small green frog. I opened my hand and he hopped into my palm. I guess we found metta, I said. In the quiet of the afternoon, the frog just looked at me, and I looked back at him. May you be happy, I said, and carried him to the water's edge. May you be safe, I said with a small smile. May you be strong, I said in my deepest voice, and may you live with splash. I searched the water for the little creature, but all I found was my reflection in Lakesh. It looked like me again, and I made funny faces at myself in the water until the sun started setting and I knew it was time for me to go. Remember, all of this Lily was reading in Grandpa's journal, the wisdom of the ancestors, that intergenerational wisdom that you carry. Lily closed the journal and sat up. Ruby, she said excitedly, can I read this to you? But Ruby didn't answer. She wasn't there. On the corner of the blanket where Ruby had been sat a big brown toad, and Lily gasped. I don't think she could believe it. Don't worry, her father laughed. Ruby's right there. He pointed to a shady spot under the tree where Ruby was curled up and asleep, her head resting on the flattened, checkered box. Lily knelt beside her sister. May you be happy. Imagine you, the big sister or the big brother, saying to your little brother or little sister, may you be happy. Oh, you're a wisdom keeper for wanting happiness for your brothers and sisters. She whispered, and she kissed her sister on the cheek. May you be safe, she said. May you be strong, she said. And she tucked Ruby's little bear under her arm. And may you live with peace. Wow, I think you're an amazing sibling like her. Under the shade of the tree, Ruby smiled. It's good having a sister, she thought, and she gently brushed away 2 butterflies that had landed on her hand. They flew off, chasing each other over the water lilies and across the pond. The end. As we close out this Homies Empowerment, what we call Homies Leadership Academy, small lesson. What do you think that frog was about? Why did anger show up? How come we get so frustrated sometimes with our parents or with our brother and sister or with things that are going on? And what is metta? Yes, I know you know what metta is. It's returning to your breath. It's coming back to you. It's coming back that which is sacred. Sometimes you have to have a conversation with your anger or with your fear or with your worries. And remember, may I be safe. May I be happy. May I be at peace. Thank you for tuning in. Let us know what you think about this lesson and about this story, and we will continue on. Blessings to you all.